Joining us now in the studios is Kyle Dubas, General Manager of the Soo Greyhounds. And Kyle, the OHL Draft coming up. I know that you're concentrating on the playoffs right now and watching the series with the Hounds in it, but the draft is crucial to the success of this team in the future, and particularly next year in regards to replenishing the players that won't be back.
Well, I think last year everyone said that to a greater degree, right, Jim? We were losing Nick Cousins and David Brohl, Brandon Alderson, Ryan Sproul, Colin Miller. The list kind of goes on, and they said we would have trouble this year. The loss of Matt Murray and Tyler Gaudette, Patrick Watling, Andrew Fritsch can't be understated, but we're pretty happy with what we have coming along from last year's draft. And Zach Senyshyn, Hayden Verbeek, Chris Clack has had a good year as well with Ancaster, and we hold 4 choices in the top 50 on April 5th's priority selection. So we're excited about it. The draft is pivotal for us here in Sault Ste. Marie to not only draft but then develop, and Wes Clark, our Director of Player Development, has done a great job in making sure that our players are guided properly once they are drafted by us.
How does it change when you're drafting 17th overall, and then later, obviously, in each round as it goes on? I mean, that most of the players that may be on the wish list may not be there.
Well, I think you have more job security when you're picking lower in the pecking order. That's always a good first step. But it is in my experience the first time that we have picked that low. We were 11th last year, 12th, and with sanctions against Windsor moved us to 11th. This year we're 17th, so it's a new experience for us and for our staff. Victor Carnero, our Director of Player Personnel, had been with London, so he's got a lot of experience picking near the bottom, and we're just being patient. It seems like every player agent is telling us their players are going to be gone before we pick. So we picked 17th. I've had 23 player agents tell us that their players aren't going to be there, so the math doesn't add up. Somebody will be there that we like, and then we've got the 2 second-round picks as well. So we're excited about it. It's been a good last month or so interviewing the players and their families, and so we're looking forward to the draft next Saturday.
I guess it's a matter of you hope one of those players, and even though you're picking 17th, hope yes he really shines and comes to the forefront and can add to the team. But in that regard, just like the teams that have been the powers in the OHL over the years, it's a waiting game. You wait, okay, we can give him another season playing Tier 2 Junior A or Junior B or whatever, and let him develop and grow confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think with any first-round pick in our league now, very few of them don't play in the league right away. So it's up to us to follow the same model I think that we followed this year with someone like Blake Spears or even Colton White. Colton White was 22nd overall. We had a good team this year, slowly brought him along, and he's been in every playoff game and playing significant and good minutes for us. The coaching staff deserves all the credit for that. They're the guys that are on the bench and making sure that the players are getting enough action in the games and developing on course and on target. So Sheldon Keefe, Joe Sorella, A.J. McLean, as well as Greg Amadio and Mike Oliverio have been terrific with our players, and John Elkin with our goaltenders. I mean, without the coaching staff being on board, it's very difficult to follow through on all that development stuff that we preach, and they've been terrific.
Well, best of luck in the draft. I know it's sometimes it's like gambling on the roulette wheel, but more often than not, it does come down to doing your homework and getting the players that can fit on your team.
Absolutely, and I think we have a really good idea, our whole staff, all of our scouts, in terms of the identity that we're looking for in our players, and that makes it very easy for us, relatively easy. It's a very difficult proposition drafting 15, 16-year-olds to project them out here and then beyond, but our staff is fully on board, and they've done a really good job, and knowing the types of players that fit in with our system is a big help. We aren't trying to fit a square peg in a round hole whatsoever. So we're excited, and always the draft is one of the more exciting times of the year for us here.